Honorable Njau for a morning prayer.
Almighty God, who by thy omnipotency and omnipresence sustained and directs human destiny and institutes governments of men and women, we praise and thank thee for this beautiful land, Namibia. Let thy abundant blessings and wisdom therefore descend upon us here in this national council, and grant that we may humbly and responsibly deliberate on all matters entrusted to us for the upliftment and welfare of the citizens of this country. We ask all this in the name of our Lord and Liberator, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Shall we affirm? I solemnly affirm that I will be faithful to the Republic of Namibia and its people. I solemnly promise to uphold and defend to the best of my ability, so help me God. We can take our seats. Honorable members, welcome to the second last session of, to the second last day of our session, and the House is called to order. I'm expecting to see happy faces. That's why I'm quiet. Can we clap hands even before I speak? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Honorable members, today we are honored to have in our midst Her Excellency Madam Lucia Vetboy, the Vice President of the Republic of Namibia, who is here to grace the last session of the 6th National Council with her presence. Her Excellency, the Vice President, will address this August House to bid farewell to the members at this momentous occasion, witnessing the culmination of a 5-year journey that started in 2020 and which is about to come to an end in few weeks' time, when Namibians go to the poll on the 26th of November 2025 to elect the next generation of the Regional Council, who will give birth to the 7th National Council. It is now my singular privilege and honor to invite the Vice President, Her Excellency Madam Lucia Vetboy, to the podium to address not only the House, but also the nation. Please join me as we are doing so. We can take our seats. Thank you so much. Your Excellency, the nation is ready for you.
Thank you, Honorable Lucas Chinyumbo Moha, the Chairperson of the National Council. Honorable Victoria Kouma, the Vice Chairperson of the National Council. Honorable members of the National Council, the Secretary and the Secretariat of the National Council, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is with a profound sense and gratitude and national pride that I join you today at this solemn and celebratory moment of the official send-off ceremony of the 6th National Council of the Republic of Namibia, representing Her Excellency Dr. Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwah, the President of the Republic of Namibia. Today does not only signal the end of a parliamentary term, but also the culmination of 5 years of dedicated public service, constitutional stewardship, and democratic maturity. As we conclude the chapter of the 6th National Council, we pause to reflect on a term defined by diligence and dedication to the Namibian people. The National Council remained a steadfast guardian of our democracy, ensuring that the aspirations of Namibian citizens in every region find voice and expression in the national policy. As we are all aware, during the 6th National Council, our nation endured the profound loss of two of its distinguished presidents, leaders whose vision, humility, and patriotism defined the course of our republic. Their passing reminded us of the fragility of life, yet also of the enduring strength of the Namibian spirit. As we pay tribute to their extraordinary service, we reaffirmed our collective duty to carry forward their legacy of unity, peace, and national building. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, your term coincided with a period of significant transformation of challenges, both nationally and globally. Yet, through resilience, unity, and steadfast leadership, you have demonstrated an unwavering commitment to your constitutional mandate as a chamber of review, regional representation, and legislative oversight. You deliberated on 65 bills covering important areas of public finance, justice, procurement, taxation, and health, ensuring that every law passed by Parliament carried the voice and ethics of our regions and the nation at large. You strengthened oversight and accountability. You deepened democracy at the grassroots level. And above all, you ensured that the National Council remained a pillar of reasoned debate, integrity, and institutional excellence. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, I take note with profound appreciation of the remarkable institution reforms achieved during your term. I also wish to recall with a deep sense of pride and gratitude the progress we collectively pursued during my tenure as a member of the 7th Parliament. If I say my, it's me included and the President. You undertook the review of the standing rules and orders, established the Rules, Orders and Business Committee, and adopted a strategic plan 2023-2024 to 2027-2028, positioning the National Council as as a forward-looking, efficient and accountable institution. You further implemented the e-Parliament strategy, collaborative efforts between both houses of Parliament, a transformative innovation that has digitalized the legislative process and guided our Parliament into a new era of modern governance. Equally commendable is your effort to enhance visibility and identity of the Parliament through the introduction of distinct legislative vehicle identification plates for the National Council LNC and for the National Assembly LNA, a symbol of dignity and constitutional democracy. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, despite political diversity, you have consistently upheld decorum, mutual respect and democratic values that define our nation. In a time when polarization challenges many democracies across the world, you stand out as an example of principled engagement, a chamber where national interests take precedence over individual considerations. On behalf of Her Excellency, Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, the President of the Republic of Namibia, and on behalf of the Namibians, I express our sincere appreciation for your service to our country and your unwavering commitment to democracy. As you conclude your term, you leave behind a lasting legacy of institutional strengthening, enhanced regional and national dialogue, elevating public participation, and improved oversight practices. The laws you passed, oversights conducted, and institutional reforms you advanced will long be remembered. Yet, above all, it is your spirit of collaboration, respect, and diversity and dedication to serve the Namibian people that will endure. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, as we prepare for the upcoming Regional Council and Local Authority elections on the 26th November 2025, we must ensure that the strong foundation laid by the 6th National Council continues to grow. The 7th National Council will inherit both achievements and unfinished business. It will be called upon to finalize critical initiatives such as the Regional and Constituency Development Fund Bill and the much-awaited Parliamentary Service Commission Bill, amongst others. I am confident that the spirit of national service, so commendably embodied by the 6th National Council, will continue to inspire and guide the work of the 7th National Council. May this enduring spirit drive our collective efforts as a nation towards unity, in diversity, responsible stewardship of our natural resources, youth empowerment, and the shared pursuit of a sustainable and prosperous Namibia. In conclusion, Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, allow me once again to express my deepest gratitude to every member of the Sixth National Council. Your service has strengthened, as I said, our democracy, advanced national interests, and contributed to building a more inclusive and progressive Namibia. Long live the Parliament of the Republic of Namibia. Long live the Republic of Namibia. And I thank you. Bantu, kaikan-kans. Danki unene.
Thank you so much. I did not hear you when you clapped hands. Thank you. Your Excellency, on behalf of myself and members of the Sixth National Council, I would like to express my sincere gratitude for the kind message you delivered to this August House. And we equally express our sincere appreciation for having honored our invitation despite your heavy and busy schedule. Honorable members, I now invite you for a group photo with Her Excellency, the Vice President. The group photo will take place outside, and that is in front of the administration office. This group photo will be followed by a health break, and that's before we resume our normal business, which is scheduled to take place immediately after 11 o'clock. Or to be specific, we are going to resume by 11:05. So agreed.
did from different offices, being office of the chairperson, the vice chairperson, chief whip. I am so really pleased to have such officers in my lifetime. So really your voices have been a guiding light. To my SWAPO party, I extend my deepest gratitude for the trust that they have placed in me. Even their support has been instrumental in my journey. So as I conclude my time in Parliament, I'm proud of the work we have accomplished together. I remain committed to serving our nation and its people. And also to my committee members, specifically Transport Infrastructure Housing. I'm pleased really to say you were my rock committee endeavors, and through that the parliament clerks in the names of Siniamala, Mwala, and the one now that joined National Assembly, Brian Riruako, really they were really a tree in our journey and make our journey success through that committee. And I recall very well that my honorable is not here. Honorable Isaac, with his Kufuti motions and debates. But later when you ask him, why, what is this, what you are bringing? No, I was just pulling your leg. So, as I said that I was so pleased, and what stand out to me, Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Members, you brought our spouses to a training. And that alone was a stand out to me because we start moving in the same direction. And to me, that was also a one nation, one Namibia issue. So let me say thank you for my wife, my children, depending from the orthography, Honorable Shaveonja. So thank you for really giving this special man, Ele Motswana, Kobatu, who was in the street, yes. Thank you for the Omaheke Regional Council that really also make my time memorable at the National Council. And then the Hobabes constituents, and then the SWAPO family that are here in this National Council. I'll carry your trust with me always. To my fellow Namibians, I pledge to continue contributing to our nation growth and development. And then I will conclude by saying, as the president says, not business as usual, and really we are demanding, and I'm urging all the Namibians to look into that special statement and vote wisely come 26 November. I thank you.
Okay. Honorable members, thank you, Honorable Tebele, for the remark. Honorable Kashungu, you are next.
And honorable members, and before I started,
seeking a concurrence for this Augustus because of the time. For us who are contribute today, not more than 3 minutes, please, if it's possible, because of the time.
Thank you so much, Honorable Kachungu. I believe you will give an example, and
Yes, of course.
that is always good. I was looking
course.
forward to such a suggestion.
Thank you. Put the time there for me to prove. When you are always starting a project or a course, when you complete your course, always the memory come up to how the beginning was. So me myself, when I come here, it was 8th December 2015 to start a 5th national council. It was wonderful. We enjoyed a lot in such 5th national council, although we also met some challenges. I remember one day, one of the member in this house, Comrade and the Honorable Loto Kusoma, the councillor for Sakati East, falling down where he was contribute his skills in the knowledge among us, just there. His life so continue to rest in eternal peace. Me myself, from the 5th National Council to the 6th one, it is not my wish or my will, but only by the grace of Lord, our gods. In those National Council, the 51, we were always where you are. There are one person who is joking. I remember the time of Honorable Joseph Mpetami. He always make a joking, and he would like to know each and every region. If you talk about the Omaheke, say, yeah, I know. How I mean, what? Even if not there, he tried to be. Now in the 6th National Council, we have our Mbangu, the knowledgeable person, and he always try to correct each and everybody. So thank you, God, for those gentlemen. You too, my brother. You know what? When you are here, we don't know the next term what will be happen. I remember during the 5th National Council, our vice chairperson was there, our Nambodi here, our Simitu, me there, our Nabu chairperson was some in there. He was not a talkative, but when he talked, just straight to the point. Thank you, chairperson. I would like to use some biblical texts. In that days, the old man called Zachariah, Simeon, was like to be in the temple. Jesus born. His parents brought him to the temple, but he crossed his arm to the son Jesus, and they say, now may I see Messiah. So let me, God, your servant, to go with a peace. So I am going in the retirement with a peaceful. Let us turn to the 3 arms of administration. First of all, let's do thanks our chairperson and his vice, our secretary, our administrator, our protocol, at large. What you did for us to come here with a value because of you. Thank you a lot. I am not even done, but something not sort out. In the Namibia Constitution, we have in Article 74, subsection 1C, indicates that the National Council shall have the power for recommended legislation on matter of the regional concern for submission to and considered by the National Assembly. Yet since independent up to now, no bill created by the National Council concerning the regional matter has been passed. So my question is, when and how and who going to do it? It looks like the legislature does not comply to the Namibia Constitution. Retirement does not mean I retire. So I will miss you all and the God bless you.
Thank you so much for the 5 minutes reflection. We are now continuing with the list, and I call on Honorable Chabeonja.
Yeah, very good morning, Honorable Chairperson, Honorable members. I don't know whether I will do justice if I have to do my reflection as per the minutes allocated, because sometimes you see when you start something, you create a precedence. So once you have created a precedence, then it must go as is. I don't know. Normally we used to whisper, me and my mom next to me, but today without consulting, she just come up with a proposal of 3 minutes. But I will try my level best. Honorable Chairperson, there's a gentleman called Marco Ausiku. May he so continue to rest in eternal peace in one place. He's a mentor to many, some of us, because through the party school, I remember it was 2017 when we started the program of the party school. And my understanding is that, especially to the members on my left-hand side, I would really want us to join hands and make sure that this noble idea of having a party school continue to an extent that the brothers on the right hands also in future might come up with thinking that, because the party school is a system that really propelled some of us. My life was not really smooth, but sometimes leadership can just turn it around the way you want. I remember vividly how me and my brother Honorable Garap at that Swapo Party School, because we are the first intake. Maybe for your information, even the vice president who was here was part of our group when we started this school. So the idea is that
Okay, Honorable Chabeonja,
the dreams came from there. Where we are here, sometimes when we are joking, drinking our tea, me and Honorable Garap, we said, you know what we were thinking, look where we are today. So the party school, seriously, is something that I want my leadership this side, that let's push and continue with this legacy. But first, I really wanted to thank that gentleman. May he so rest in peace. And then, secondly, the Deputy Minister of Defense, currently Dr. Charles Mupita. Then I want to thank the whole SWAPO party, specifically the regional leadership of Shozonjuba region up to the section at Oganja district for the trust. And I did not start here. I started as a field worker. I have history. I have put people in position that I'm in where I have worked for them. So it's not something that I just grabbed. It came through hard work and sweat. Going forward, I want also to thank my family. Specifically, I have one son called Kabehungwa Wakwashi Shabeonja. Sometimes when it's getting tougher, somebody who really motivates me, knowing that if I do something silly, what will happen to this child? My mom and all my siblings, and equally, there's a lady who was my grandmom. If anything is possible, one day when I'm no more here, I believe people will want to take me where she is. And then I will continue the second life with her. Somebody who have really played a significant role. But coming back to the house, Honorable Chair, I want to thank you for your leadership, visionary leadership. Equally, the Vice Chairperson of this council. My chief whip, somebody I met who have really also somehow put this group of people, I think we are 28 in total. It's not an easy group to control with all our own way of doing things, but with your assistance, the Deputy Chief Whip and then the second Deputy Chief Whip. Thank you very much, honorable members. I also want to thank all of you. And then I want to thank the staff through the April Secretary to the National Council, up to the cleaner and our drivers for keeping us safe through all those roads as we are doing our oversight. It's not easy because sometimes when you are doing this, you are living the normal life or your luxury life. Then I also want to thank my committee, especially the Committee on Education, through my chair and the members. But I have lost one friend that I came to meet here. And what was so painful is the day that he went and died in that very horrible accident. We spent the whole day outside, just outside the corridor here. Maybe for 5-7 hours that we were standing there talking. And then I did not know that he was really going forever. Just in the morning to pick up the very sad news that he passed on. Mukai, he was a very good friend of us. Somebody just we met here, and then relationship sometimes doesn't need a very long time to build it. So may his soul also rest in peace. But you also don't want to come here thinking that for these 5 years I have built this family, and then in between some people. It's better if people resign because of getting other opportunities, but not necessarily through death. Honorable Chair, I'm coming from a regional council, Chonjupa Regional Council. I will fail in my duty if I also don't praise my fellow councillor from my regional council for putting trust in us to come and represent the region to an extent the whole nation through the national council. And I believe we have come to realize that when we are here, we are not only representing our regions, we are representing the whole country. I want to say one word in, you are all sensationals. I love you all. I have built bonds and I have built relationship with some of you. Some of them to an extent that when I meet Honorable Labuskachni, I happen to learn another thing that in life, there are other things that you can learn. Unfortunately, I thought Honorable Kambrute will finish the race together. But then, being the person that I called him that day, I will not call him again. He went out, but I also want to wish him all the best wherever he's listening, and I know he will always listen to this house. So I want to say, my brother, good luck, because now it looks like you want to go solo like all the others. But the beautiful house is always open, the Swapo house. Honorable Huyaman, I don't know why you want me to talk about you, but normally when we were in the, maybe Chair, when we were visiting our oversight, I always say, in Windhoek, we don't only have go black, sometimes also we have go whites. So Honorable Huyaman was always using the go whites. That's why he looks so white. He's not old man, it's just somebody who's using something else. But really, my honorable members, just the minutes is our problem. One really want a reflection of 5 years is not something that you can just talk in 2-3 minutes, but you want to appreciate all the contribution, and where we have done each other wrong, let's forgive each other. It was not really necessary. Maybe it was just by default or just to execute the work that we came here for. And I want to thank, lastly, the people of Okahanja constituency, whether they are SWAPOs, whether they are other parties, because in SWAPO we have members, we have sympathizers, and then we have supporters. So sometimes you will see the variation when there are election, the party can get 5,000, and then on top of the 5,000 as a candidate, you get an extra 400-500. Sometimes you wonder, is it because of people who only have a card that can only vote for the regional, not local authority? But through that, there are also other people that will then come to you and say, I was never a SWAPO member, but just because you are standing, I went to the extent to vote for you. So I want to thank them, and then I will also ask them that do the same thing. I'm standing, go and vote again for SWAPO and vote for me. So I submit. Thank you very much.
I hope the reflection should not be turned to a campaigning platform. But nonetheless, we are going ahead, and we have Honorable Aingombi, who's next on the list.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson and the honorable members. On my reflection, firstly, I thank the Almighty God for strength and the protect and the guidance throughout this journey. And secondly, I want also to extend my sincere appreciation to my political party, which is SWAPO, for the trust and the opportunity to serve our people. And again, my gratitude goes to Ohangwena Regional Council for the cooperation and the support we share during these 5 years. And I'm also want to thank the chairperson and the vice chairperson of this National Council for the leadership and the council which has guided us on our work together with Mr. Tausi and Mr. Karwombe. And my appreciation is also extended to all honorable members of this house for unity, respect, and the teamwork. I have also a special thing to thank the Standing Committee of Home Affairs, Security, and the Constitutional Affairs, where I had the honor to serve and they contribute meaningful. And they also further wish to and they acknowledge also the Secretariat and the clerks for our committee for their professionalism and the tireless administration support. As you can see, when Mr. Boni Amadira is there, whom we have been helped us. And in conclusion, as we part ways of the festival season, and as I conclude my term, I wish each a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. I thank you.
Thank you. Very short and precise. Honorable Nangula, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson of the Sixth National Council, honorable members, and our advocate Tusi, and the entire staff members.
Maybe before Honorable Nangula continues, if we can give him a round of applause, because I can see that the e-parliament strategy is in place.
A very good morning to you all. First of all, I thank God for His mercy, guidance, and protection during my time serving in the Sixth National Council. I also thank my wife, my children, and the whole family for their continued love, support, and encouragement. I want to thank my SWAPO party for trusting in me, and especially the people of Umtere constituency for elected me as their councillor since 1998. Thank you very much, my people. I also thank the Oscoto Regional Council for choosing me to represent our region in the Sixth National Council. Thank you very much. I still remember the day we took our oath of office as a member of the Sixth National Council. There was arrangement of ceremony, and that arrangement was group by group when we took oath. I must also mention, Honorable Chairperson, Honorable members, that at the first I found it difficult to pronounce some words during the prayers. Those two words, it will be a problem to pronounce it. Those omnipotence, omnipresence, that word. Maybe it was prepared for a reason behind. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, I also found it challenging at times to address correctly their leadership, especially to address the first chairperson of the committee of the whole council and the vice chairperson. We were struggling, or I was struggling with that word when I addressed the first chairperson. Through the committee, however, the different training and the workshop I attended over the past 5 years have helped me a lot. I have learned much about the law and the responsibility of both houses of the parliament. Through the Committee on Education led by a capable woman, Honorable Anguo, and her deputy, Honorable Chaveonja, together with Honorable Katura, Honorable Heerman, Honorable Bason, we worked together with a common goal. I thank all the members of the committee for the teamwork and the commitment. Thank you, Honorables. I also want to thank the hardworking staff members attached to our committee. We travel across the country together like a family, fulfilling our mandate. Thank you very much for your dedication. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, during my time in the Sixth National Council, I also had the opportunity to travel international on official duty, which was a great learning experience. Finally, allow me, Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, to thank the following honorable members for their support, advice, solidarity during the year 2023. I want to thank Honorable Muka, the chairperson of this Sixth National Council, the vice chairperson, the chief whip, deputy chief whip, Honorable Congo, Honorable Anguo, Honorable Chaveonja, as well our secretary, Mr. Advocate Tosi Namiseb. Your professional guidance helped me overcome many challenges. Thank you all and may God bless you and the National Council. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, just like in the history of Namibia, we remember the Kashinga survivors. In the history of the Sixth National Council, we will remember for Oshikoto survivors. Then I thank you for kind attention. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Nangula, for that memory. On my list, I see Honorable Gops, but maybe before that, Honorable Nangula, if you can switch off the light. Okay, thank you so much. Honorable Gops, the floor is yours.
Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, I'm very much delighted to reflect on my journey at National Council, which I will term as my farewell speech, as I am exiting active politics come 26 November 2025. Allow me to thank the Almighty God who created me through my parents, which I want to single out three very important role models in my lifetime. My mother, Monica Elizabeth Trumer, my father, the forgotten hero of Namibian struggle, Simpson Emmanuel Nama Madaba Gobs, my grandmother, Cornelia Hosa Gos. All three are no more on Mother Earth. They are the ones that make sure that I could stand today as a proud person raised by them and others. To my wife, children, and siblings, and all the family members, I would like to thank you for your support within my upbringing. Honorable Chairman, I would like to applaud you for coming up with this brilliant idea that we as members must reflect on our engagements at National Council within the past 5 years. Furthermore, I must inform you that my journey with National Council started way back in 2005 as a person coming from small, dusty rural town called Korigas. It was very difficult for me to adapt the procedures of National Council, as you have to deal with legislative procedures on daily basis. You have to research on topics for discussion, and it was really very difficult, but I tried my level best to cope and learn more from other members. I must tell you, the moment they select me to become the chairperson of the Standing Committee on Public Accounts and Economy, those years, it was the biggest challenge within my life. But thanks to the support staff of the National Council and the staff members from the Office of the Auditor General, well, I could manage to chair that committee with dedication and commitment. My experience as a new member was very tough, as our work were only not within the country. We have to travel to other countries, which I recall one time where I went to Geneva, Switzerland with one staff member. The day on our return to Namibia, the flight schedule of the staff member has been changed, but she only has to come back the next day. And she told me, Honorable, you have to see how you have to come to Namibia on your own. As we know, staff members are always assisting us whenever we are at the airports. It was very tough for me from Geneva, and I was in transit through Frankfurt, which is the big airport, but I decided I will reach Namibia on my own that day. And here I stand. I was at National Council from 2005 to 2010, then went to serve the nation at Kunene Regional Council from 2010 to 2015. I was out of office from 2015 to 2020, and did come back very strong from 2020 till date. This time around, my coming back to National Council in 2020, the business within the house were not new to me. Only the number has increased, the numbers of the members has been increased those years from 26 to 42. For these 4 years, 10 months, and 10 days, I have further my knowledge in lawmaking processes, that I also participated in the parliamentary practice certificate course offered by JUNAM. Furthermore, I would like to thank my standing committee chairperson next to me and the members of the Public Accounts Committee. I want to say that I very much enjoy to be part and parcel of that committee, because I have learned a lot of things concerning financial principles. And also the staff members of that committee, starting from all the staff members, from the secretary to those ones also who assisted us to smile at the end of the month, which I mean the finance department. So lastly, I would like to thank each and every one of you as my members, colleagues, honorables, my UDF party who has entrusted me to represent the party, the people from Korigas and the constituency. I value your support very much. May God bless us all. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Gobs, for again reminding us that there is no permanent retirement in politics. So you can at all times get rejuvenated and you come back. Thank you for that. I now ask and give opportunity to Honorable Shikongo for reflection.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, honorable members. I just want to appreciate the opportunity for me to reflect on my journey at National Council. But to be honest, Honorable Chair, 3 minutes to me is a peanut. I could have given 25 minutes to reflect on what I have gained from this wonderful institution. Became as a university on its own. 4 to 5 years where we have made various research, critically analyzing what we have researched. We have debated fully in various aspects of situations, which will lead to the improvement of the livelihood of our people. Hence, if you are a researcher and you are given 3 minutes, I wonder whether you will be able to come up with the recommendations. The year at National Council, to me, perhaps will be best summarized by the poet Robert Frost, who sums up what these 4 years and 11 months means to me. As he said, and I quote, "I shall be telling with a sight some well ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled and taken by, and that has made all the difference." The National Council to me was really a road, a journey less taken. In my life, I has never thought of becoming a member of parliament at National Council. It's the few blessed, trusted, taken to this institution. I found myself in an upper house of review, well, bills, appropriation bills, reports, motions, and motions are tabled, critical analyzed, debated, approved, moved, and adopted. More importantly, I'm so privileged to become and serve in various committees which I have never known before. A committee of PAC, Honorable Peter Kalongo Minya, the chairperson, Honorable Shikulo, and Honorable. I only mention this name because I'm the only person who named this or who mentioned this name. Kopsa. Honorable Kaishungu, Honorable Karab, and Honorable Kambrute. We were such a wonderful team, accompanied by various institutions, the AG office, Ministry of Finance, MOLD, and this team was a wonderful team ever. I definitely want to take this opportunity also to thank Madam Kaishungu, who hosted us probably more than 10 times in her house. We enjoyed it there. We take our cold water and also real water. I was so privileged to serve in various committees. I said the IPU, the ROBC, and the one I'm going to mention is when I was requested to lead a delegation to Russia. In my life, I have read about Russia. I have been following what is happening in Russia. I know where Russia is in terms of, yes, Russia. Then I have never laid my feet in Moscow. So the experience I had as a team leader is when one of my members left her passport in Karasper. She only came to remember it when we were informed to go and make some exchange Honorable Bukes. I found her coming, running towards me and said, Honorable Shikongo, I don't know what is happening with me. Then I said, what's going on? Are you feeling okay? She said, no, I left my passport at home and we have to travel the next day. Then I said, nothing is possible. Is there anybody whom you can instructed to bring the passport over here? And he said, no possible. I will go back to my husband and tell him to go back. That husband have to drove throughout the night, collect the passport. The next morning, he's here with a passport. That is the real husband. So that experience, that I wanted Honorable Bukes to be here. So
Okay, can we pay attention?
whenever we are told to leave our passport here, is when I realize that it's so important and critical to keep, for your passport to be kept here. Otherwise, many things can happen. It happened with me, and I was like, worried what will be. Only to take some people, one member might be remained behind. Fortunately, Master Bukes did it successfully. Only 30 minutes before we departure to the airport, he's here. Thank God. I want to thank the secretariat, the staff member of this institution. This institution is managed by capable, dedicated, and committed staff members. The reason why this institution is shining, very shining, is because of these people. Our advocate, the directors, deputy directors, everybody, the protocols, the body, everybody, we are happy for you. Last but not least, as I was entrusted by the SWAPO party to represent Oshana region at the National Council, I want to thank my party and also to thank my staff members at my constituency office. They were working very hard, tirelessly in my absence when I am here at National Council and when I'm with the oversight functions. Honorable Chairperson, you are already victorious. Now, hard work. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Shikongo, it is true, now hard work. Honorable Gunaye, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson, honorable members. Today, I stand before you with immense pleasure and honor. First and foremost, I want to express my deepest gratitude to God for the gift of life. I do also like to thank my beautiful and wonderful wife, Selma Gunaihe, and the Idaya family, as well as my children. My firstborn one day asked me, Papa, what will happen if you did not make it? Um, then I told her, no, I'm going to be a farm, and all of us, to be a farmer, and all of us, we are going to depend on your mom's salary now. And she asked me, and why did you decide to go and join politics? Then I said, in life, you have to try and to face challenges of life. You have to take a risk. And also, I want to thank the PDM family in Opoa Urban constituency and the Idaya residents of our constituency, Opoa Urban, for their unwavering support. I'm grateful to the Kunene Regional Council for entrusting me with the opportunity to represent our great Kunene region at the National Council. Although I was initially uncertainty, the National Council staff members, through their able Secretary Advocate Tosi, they make the transaction smoother from the region to National Council. Thank you very much for that. Traveling across our country has been enlightening, because before I came to Regional Council, I never thought of any region in Namibia having better roads like Kunene. But having visited Kavango West, Ahagwena, and even I was asking the councillor of Nehalia Bingana, how do you reach your people with this kind of road? Although Kunene is west of all, but at least now I have a different understanding in terms of development in our country. I do like to extend my appreciation to Chairman Muha for your good leadership. One day there was a heat debate here with our former MP, Kambrote. And I stood up because I wanted to say something, and you denied me a chance to talk. And that you did right that day. Because even I thought I have told you outside that, Chairman, your decision here was wise one. Because what I wanted to do, it was just only to add fuel or petrol to the fire. Then you did well to deny me that opportunity to say something, because I wanted to do it in anger. And also one day I recall saying something to Honorable Nambodi during his report of ministry report of a health committee visit to Kunene, because they were supposed to go and visit Puros and see the difficulties and assess the distance that people are traveling from Puros to Sesfontein for medical attention. And he said we could not travel for the reason for the up and ask him, are you listening to yourself or you are just talking? Me saying that word, I know that the chairman did not say I must withdraw that word, but it did not sit well with me. Outside I have to apologize, and he said, no, it's fine. So I think that politics in this National Council is the second priority. The most things here, the first one is developmental issues of our constituencies. As you have maybe noticed, I came with my whip from the same party, from the same region, whips, Gobs and Kuoko. but always you see me with the Bele, Chavionja, and others, only to say we are a family before politics. And we have one common aim, only to bring goodness to our people. So this experience has taught me the value of humility and gratitude. Thank you all for this opportunity. And I want to thank the chairman of our committee, Road Infrastructure and Housing, Honorable Abraham Oshweni, and his team, Honorable Tebele, and our unique honorable person, Honorable Rikua. He's a very unique, and it's good at a time to be with the different people, with the different characters, so that you learn and you grow through those processes. And also our staff members, Honorable Master Ngala and Brian. One times we were accompanied by our lady, her name is gone, Muringa, to Totoma and Omboto, Totoma and Omboto. I could see. That's why we were saying our committee is only for men, not for. I could feel pity for her because those roads is something else. Sense. So, I urge all members of this August House to encourage and to talk to your friends and family to do the right thing on 26th of November by voting people's person, and that is Gunaihe. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, honorable members, for being so eloquent and for the valuable contributions that we have made since this morning. We now move to the routine order. Any petition? See none. Any report of the select or standing committee? See none. Any report and papers? I see none. Any notice of motions? Honorable Kauma.
Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, I hereby give notice in terms of Rule 61 of the National Council Standing Rules and Orders that on Tuesday, 11th November 2025, I will table amendments to the National Council Standing Rules and Orders for consideration and adoption by this August House. So I move.
Thank you. You may sign and table the notice. Thank you. Any other notice of motion? Honorable Shimi.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson, honorable members. I hereby move a motion without notice that in accordance with Rule 31 of the Standing Rules and Orders of the National Council, the proceedings of the day not be interrupted if still under considerations beyond 13 hours. I so move.
Thank you. You may sign and table the motion. Thank you. Any further notice of motion? Honorable Abraham.
And hereby give a notice in terms of Rule 54 of the National Council Standing Rules and Orders that on Tuesday, 11th November 2025, I shall move the report of the 149th Interparliamentarian Union IPU General Assembly and the related meeting held in Geneva, Switzerland from 14th to 17th October 2024. So I move.
Thank you so much. Honorable Abraham, you may now table the notice. Any further notice of motion? Honorable Garwap.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable members, I hereby give notice in terms of Rule 54 of the National Council Standing Rules and Orders that on Tuesday, 11th November 2025, I shall move the report of the Standing Committee on Public Accounts and Economy, delegation to Southern African Development Community Organization of Public Accounts Committees, SADCOPAC training of members of Public Accounts Committees, PACs, and similar oversight committees held in Gaborone, Botswana, from 28th April to 2nd May 2025. I so move.
Thank you. You may sign and table the notice. Thank you. Any further notice of motion? Honorable Kauma.
Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, I hereby give notice in terms of Rule 54 of the National Council Standing Rules and Orders that on Tuesday, 11 November 2025, I shall move the report on the outreach program of the Vice Chairperson of the National Council undertaken to Zambezi, Kavango West and Kavango East regions from the 7th to the 18th of July 2025. I so move.
Thank you. You may please table the notice. Any further notice of motion? Honorable Kauma again.
Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, I hereby give notice in terms of Rule 54 of the National Council Standing Rules and Orders that on Tuesday, 11th November 2025, I shall move the report of the third session of the Junior National Council held from 8th to 13th September 2024. I so move.
Thank you. Please table the motion. Any further notices of motion? Honorable Kauma, again, I hope this is the last notice. I'm feeling pity now.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, honorable members. This is the Chairperson's office. I hereby give notice in terms of Rule 54 of the National Council Standing Rules and Orders that on Tuesday, 11th November 2025, I shall move the report of the National Council Chairperson's Outreach Program to Karas and the Rongo regions held from the 2nd to the 15th of March 2025. I so move.
Thank you. You may sign and table the notice. Honorable members, any further notice of motion? I see none. Having done that, the secretary will now read the first order of the day.
Reports, introduction and motivation of a report, report of the working visit by the National Council Friendship Group on the interparliamentary cooperation with the Federation Council of the Federal Assembly of the Russian Federation held in Moscow, Russia from the 16th to the 23rd of May 2025.
Thank you. Honorable Chikongo, are you ready to move the report?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Any second? Any objection? I see none. Honorable Chikongo, the floor is yours to first table the report. Honorable Chikongo, you may go ahead motivating the report.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable members, it is my honor to table before this August House the report on the working visit of the National Council Namibia Russia Parliamentary Friendship Group to the Federation Council of the Federal Assembly of the Russian Federation, which took place from the 17th to the 23rd May 2025. The delegation consisted of the following members: Honorable Chikongo, the leader of the delegation; Honorable Olivia Hanguo, member; Honorable Paulus Mbangu, member; Honorable Ansline Beukes member. This visit formed part of the ongoing implementation of the Interparliamentary Cooperation Agreement signed between the two houses in March 2023, following the historic visit to Namibia by Her Excellency Ms. Valentina Matvienko, Chairperson of the Federation Council. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, the purpose of this working visit was to strengthen interparliamentary relations and to explore new avenues of cooperation across political, economic, educational, and cultural sectors. The delegation was privileged to engage extensively with our Russian counterparts on matters of mutual interest and shared development priorities. At our principal meeting, chaired by Honorable Elena Peminova, both sides reaffirmed the enduring friendship between Namibia and the Russian Federation, a friendship rooted in our liberation struggle and sustained through a mutual respect and solidarity. The visit coincided with the 35th anniversary of formal diplomatic relations between our two nations, a symbolic reminder of a partnership built on trust and historic cooperation. Our discussion covered a wide range of areas, including investment in mining, energy, agriculture, and education. Notably, the Russian side reaffirmed its commitment to expand the annual scholarship quota for Namibian students from 25th to 30 and expressed readiness to support the establishment of a Russian language and cultural center in Namibia. This initiative would enhance skills development and deepen cultural understanding between our peoples. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, the Russian Federation also extends gratitude for Namibia's independent and balanced foreign policy and once again demonstrated its friendship through humanitarian assistance worth 1.5 million US dollars during Namibia's 2024 drought. The delegation further engaged with the State Duma, lower house of the Federal Assembly, the Ministry of Resources and Environment, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, exploring new possibilities in subsoil use, energy security, and regional development cooperation. Our visit to Yalosvo region allowed us to appreciate Russian regional governance system, cultural heritage, and social programs, lessons which can enrich our own regional policy and community development approaches. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, the delegation recommends that the National Council convene a meeting of the Friendship Group with key national stakeholders in education, mining, tourism, and investment promotion to coordinate follow-up actions, support increase in Russian scholarship opportunity, and expedite the establishment of the Russian language and cultural center, and facilitate coordination for the participation of Russian observers during the Namibian upcoming regional and local authority election in 2025, thereby strengthening transparency and democratic cooperation. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, this working visit reaffirmed Namibia's commitment to interparliamentary diplomacy as a catalyst for development, peace, and mutual understanding. It demonstrated that friendship among nations is best measured not only by words, but by practical cooperation that uplifts our people. Let us therefore continue to nurture this long-standing partnership with Russian Federation in the spirit of solidarity, shared growth, and mutual benefit. Long live the friendship between Namibia and the Russian Federation. Long live the Republic of Namibia. I thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you for the motivation. Any discussion? I see none. Honorable Shikongo, silence means that your fellow members have supported you and they are also supporting the report. So any reaction to that?
Yes, thank you, Honorable Chair. I just want to appreciate, that the members have supported our report and the motivation therefore. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable members, I now put a question that the report be adopted. Any objection? Agreed to? This report stands officially adopted. The Secretary will now read the second order of the day.
Report, introduction and motivation of a report. Report of the Namibian delegation to the 11th Inter-Parliamentary Union, IPU, Global Conference of Young Parliamentarians held in Lima, Peru, from the 11th to the 12th of September 2025.
Thank you. Honorable Muteka, are you ready to move the report?
Yes,
I can't hear
Honorable
you.
Chair, I am ready to move the report. Honorable Chair, yes, I'm ready to move the report.
Okay. Now, if the chairperson is struggling to hear you, I'm afraid the public might struggle more. Maybe if the voice can, I know we are from a weekend. Honorable, thank you, Honorable Muteka. Who seconds? Any objection? Agreed to. Honorable Muteka, you may now table the report. Honorable Muteka, you may go ahead by motivating the report.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members.
Yes, that's the voice that we know.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Excuse me. Thank you, Chair. I'm honored and privileged to have this opportunity to move the report of the Namibian Parliamentary Delegation of the 11th Inter-Parliamentary Union, IPU, Global Conference of the Young Parliamentarians held under the theme Uniting Generations for Gender Equality. The conference was jointly organized by the IPU and the Congress of the Republic of Peru, which took place in Lima, Peru from the 11th to the 12th of September 2025. I had the honor, along my colleague, Honorable Dario Benson, to represent the Namibian Parliament together with the members of National Assembly at this critical global gathering. The IPU's annual Global Conference of Young Parliamentarians is a unique platform for young parliamentarians to convene, exchange, learn, and define common and innovative strategies to advance the youth agenda. Since its inception, the Global Conference has continued to focus on areas of youth empowerment through policy orientation such as peace, education, and employment, but to mention a few. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, this conference was historic as it was the first to achieve a full gender parity amongst its 120 participating parliamentarians, a powerful symbol of the world that we are striving to build, and I think that deserves a round of applause. The theme, Uniting Generations for Gender Equality, was chosen to coincide with the 30th anniversary of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action. It acknowledged a saddening reality. While the goal of gender equality is not new, the progress has become uneven, and we are witnessing signs of backsliding. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, the conference was therefore a call to action, a recognition that fulfilling this unkept promise requires an intergenerational effort. For the first time, the conference invited senior parliamentarians to join their younger colleagues, fostering a dialogue, and in so doing, where the energy and innovation of the youth could be combined with the initial memory of experience. Unfortunately, due to financial constraints, the National Council could not heed the call. However, our sister house did so by having one senior member of parliament included and was part of the Namibian delegation. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, the discussions were rich and multi-phased, focusing on several key areas. First, we took stock of the global agenda for gender equality while we celebrated that of women representation in parliaments has risen from 11% in 1995 to 27% today, as we research from the IPU has indicated. We confronted the hard reality that this program...
Other countries like Egypt, the agriculture's budget is 23% of the national budget, and the national budget from agriculture of Namibia is a scarce of 2%. What does the government want to achieve to destroy our country, present and a further economic well-being? Our people are poor in a country with a rich deposit of natural resources which is in foreigner owned. With this tent of budget without stock taking, proper coordination and implementing strategy, how will the government develop the country? Where there are no foreseen prospect in expansion of revenue generation, in so doing to open up the score in budgeting growth. Instead, using natural resources and emerging industries to create jobs, government freezing public services, vacations, and use NDF as an employment creator tool. In consideration and demonstration for budgeting, promised increase of old age pension to 3,000 Namibian dollar. Presidential and national elections, nothing come of the amounts, almost 8 months, 500,000 jobs in 5 years, and unrealistic figures not in line with the budgeting. Service of residence plots in local authority areas. Rehabilitation water infrastructure of resettlement, a failed program looking at the contribution of the GDP. As appropriation bill is not pro-citizens, not pro-development, and remains a source of worry. So I thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you so much for adhering to time. Exactly 4 minutes. Honorable Shikulo.
Thank you very much. Mine is very brief. When my chairperson of the standing committee was reading our report here, he mentioned a very important point. Honorable Peter Kadangominya, and he remained. Yeah. What I want to say here is that I'm just appealing because we are having a problem. Then we are dealing with from 2017, 2018, 2019 up to 2020. But now we are in 2025. But maybe from 2021 up to here, the report of the local authority and regional, and I'm appealing that the Office of the Audit General must be given a teeth, as my Honorable Garabo has mentioned one day. Otherwise, we are not moving. Because people are not complying with the law, I mean Section 87, subsection 3, and Section 40, subsection 3 of Regional Council. And I'm appealing for this, that why we can't give the T to the Office of the Audit General. That is my point. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Honorable Amjindi.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I only have a very short one, because when we started last week, Thursday, we already allocated 5 minutes, but some of the honorable members today, they got a bonus. Maybe this is my bonus, Honorable Chair. Thank you. So mine is very short. Honorable Chair, Honorable Member, I have a problem with ministries. Let's say with the Minister of Agriculture. For example, I'm not really talking to the board, but I'm talking to that. Last year, in September, a company called was awarded a tender to excavate 8 FDM in Oshana, where this company expected to complete this 8 FDM in 3 months. But so far, since last year in October, they only managed to complete 1 FDM out of 8 FDM. And the project manager, instead the project to be monitored in Oshana region, the project manager was even also appointed here in Windhoek, and it's from Windhoek, from the ministry. How can you monitor a project in the region from a distance? This is one of the problems. Me, myself, I have managed to see the ministry here. And I found out that this company is given 8 FDM in Oshana and also 7 FDM in Kavango East. But I realize that this company is incompetent. It cannot able to do anything. And we expected this FDM to harvest water this year. They only completed 1 FDM in Oshakati East. They started to construct one in Okaku this year, but still struggling. We have still had the FDM of Oshakati West, Okachari, 2 in Ukwiu, Ompuja, and Okatana. But so far, they are struggling to finish for Okaku. Still, where the project is supposed to be completed within 3 months, now it can take to 2 years. These things need to be reviewed, because who is suffer is not the ministry. It's the people that expected this service to come here. So with this honorable chairperson, I think something needs to be done. The tenders must be given by the region and monitored by the region, who are the grassroots level, so that we can be able to cut the cost. I saw something, honorable chairperson.
Thank you so much. Honorable Chavionja, I'm seeing your name. Your head.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair, Honorable members. As much as I really stood up here to appreciate and align myself to the honorable members as we are giving thanks to the Ministry of Finance for realigning and adding some funds to the very important ministry, specifically Health, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education. Honorable Chair, I'm just somehow disturbed by the approach or the way how we are doing the exercise or the project, or what I want to say is the tender that we have given to NAMPOS. our people are really suffering. Today, we had a very long queue in Okahanja this morning. The understanding is that what I want to ask the ministry, maybe with their successful company now, which is NAMPOST, in this regard, that maybe we need to revisit this process of 5 kilometers, because we are hearing that if it is within a ratio of 5 kilometers, there will be no vehicles to pay, to be used as payment point. But my question still remains that towns or cities, they are the most populated areas. It's where you find most of these people who have to benefit from this grant, but you have been told because you are in a place where there is an NAMPOST office. And most of all, also that is paining is that you are then being told, given a specific day, that today maybe specifically is now for the old age people, people that are receiving other grants, they must come on a specific date, which is really cumbersome and very difficult when it comes to these people, because most of these people are relying on these small grants. So what I'm standing here for is that just that I want to really ask the Ministry of Finance and NAMPOST to reconsider their approach, because it looked like this method is not working. One was very happy when the announcement was made that through this process of giving these tenders over to NAMPOST, we are going to save plus minus 52 to 54 million annually, which is a very good thing. But we cannot do this at the expense of starving our people. People are finding it very tough because this little money, it helps. And mind you, the grannies that are getting this money is not nowadays is not only for their own use, because of the high rate of unemployment and everything that we are facing as a country, being part of the global continent. The understanding is that, please, I want the management of NAMPOST, to an extent the Ministry of Finance, to go back to their drawing board and see how we can then approach this issue of 5 kilometers ratio, because really it's not helping. The people in town are the most affected in this process. Now you want to go with cars where you are then going to service minimum amount of people that will then be in villages. That's why they are covering 10 to 20 villages in a day, because there is not really a big amount of beneficiaries when you go to those villages. So my humble plea is just that I know Namibia is a blessed country. We are one of the few countries that are really helping our people when it comes to social grants. But what I only want to ask is that, please let us revisit this 5 kilometers issue of saying that if you are within a ratio of 5 kilometers, you don't need to be, the cars are not going to be used. You need to go to your local NAMPOST, and we know the process of getting money from NAMPOST is not an easy process because of the verification that need to be done. So I'm only asking that they need to reconsider and make sure that we also use vehicles when we are doing the payments in town. So that's my small submission, Mr. Chair. So I submit.
Thank you. Did he make a point? Why are we quiet? As if he did not make a good point. Okay. That was the list that I had here. Unless an emerging hand can be seen, but otherwise we can now close. Any further discussion? I see no further discussion. I now put a question that the bill be read a second time. Any objection? Agreed to. The secretary will now read the bill a second time.
Appropriation Bill, Bill 11 of 2025.
Thank you so much. Honorable members, that was the order of the day. Before we close, my apology to inform you that there is an urgent meeting for all members in G4 immediately after the late lunch. And the late lunch is expected to take place from 13:50 to 2:30. And then by 2:30, we are all expected to be in G4, just for us to be there for 30 minutes. But it's very, very important. Honorable members, thank you for having supported the idea of us sitting this afternoon for 30 minutes. In accordance with Rule Sub-Rule 1 of the National Council Standing Rules and Order, that I adjourned this House without a question being put. The House stands adjourned until tomorrow, the 11th of November 2025 at 9:30 sharp, so decided.